peace. You
what
know?
the?
Okay, stop it. Stop it. Can you guys stop hitting Gabby? Stop hitting Gabby.
Hold on, wait, just
Stop hitting Gabby, man.
just let her be a part of the circle. Come on.
All right, so boys, some of the boys, right? Actually, when we were holding on the pier, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Louis or Mentos. They were memeing about calling Ray and during the fucking standoff to negotiate terms, right? So I did that, and I think he knew I was joking. And then when the fight didn't happen, he actually called me and then said he wanted to actually talk about what we're doing with this shit because they don't feel like convoying and shit like that. I mean, what do you guys want to do here? Like you know, I told them it's peace already, but what I'm talking about is how we approach this in the future.
How about we tell them,
Realistically, look,
don't take members hostage?
Listen. But they're gonna do the prospect and hang-ons. So here's the thing, right?
Well,
Realistically, okay, if okay, jokes aside, right? Like this is not about who won and who what the fuck, right? If they want to stick to their word where they don't take anybody hostage and we won't take any of them hostage, and we both move on. That's the most ideal shit, and we're all Gucci.
we make
Hey,
everyone member.
So
and we
here's the
tell them
thing.
only
Here's the
take
thing,
hang-arounds and
okay?
suspects.
I don't think he can make them do that. Right? That's why that's never been on the table. That's why when I woke up today, Reggie tells me that they're never gonna stop.
Okay, what about, right? We can do two things. Do that, and or it's just gonna go back to how it was, right? Like, or it's gonna go back to how it was. Like they're gonna take prospects and like purposely look for prospects and hang around to take them hostage. Then it's gonna be a daily thing, right? I mean, if y'all are cool with that, you know, they just take someone hostage, go roll out, fight, whatever happens, happens. I mean, sure then, but you know.
How about a week's truce, and then we just keep going.
No. Here's the thing, okay? The not taking any hostages part, okay? You can only get that, or we can only get that if we are all on the same page and just slamming. And just from a couple hours today, I know we're not on the same page. Like, bro, we didn't even have the heli out. We couldn't even get to the airport to take it out. And then our cars, bro, we're not even ready with the goddamn cars. Twice we got ambushed, and all I hear is Tic Tac and Louis like losing their tires, and then it's wraps.
But that's because we're on the cars in the back, though. Like you guys in the front, you're gonna squeeze through the shooting, right? And then in the back, we get fucked. So like,
I know. That's why I'm saying, like, we're not even ready. Like these cars, bro, they can't keep up. Like it's got to be supercars going through this shit. You cannot. You will always go down.
So Louis' car is fine. It was the one that Tic Tac was in, but it was whatever car fucking. Because I swear to God, he just daily drives.
So real quick, the fucking bridge one near Rust Compound. Okay, the only reason I popped a U-turn, even though I was the last car and Tic Tac was in front of me, because he got on the middle of the street and I popped on the ramp, like so I have cover, and that way he's not alone, right? If I kept going with y'all, we went past him, right? He's gonna be fucked because they're gonna jump on him, right? And then that's why I was like, okay, we'll just regroup. Y'all keep going straight, and then I'll go wrap around. But then other instances were also just the last car, and fucking what ends up happening is, right, if you're first, kind of like the near ADMC shit, right, like you're gonna go through the first shooting, right, the first wave, you're gonna go through it, you're gonna be fine, right? But then the last two cars are gonna get fucked. Exactly.
Here's the thing, right? The fact that we even continued the second time with another 6 without the heli is insanity, bro. Like that's just not it. Like what I wanted from
I wanted to get it, but I just
yeah. But you get what I'm saying, right? Like we have to.
We should have had that out way earlier.
Yeah, we have to adapt. Before I'm awake, before Reggie's awake, whoever's fucking early in there, you got 2 helicopters landed and ready to go somewhere safe. Like it's ridiculous. We gotta adapt. Like even when it comes to initiation and shit like that, bro. The only things I've heard so far is maybe a little bit of a trailing voice as I'm getting shot. You know what I mean? And we got to adapt to that shit too. And the only way to do that is if our heli is telling us where not to go. Right? We never have any information, bro. Never. The only time they were useless.
The whole time.
The only time we actually had the up on them or like a stalemate is where they had 5 people up minimum and we were 3. And they did not dare to push the pier because they just don't have the advantage. They want to be shooting us down first. Even with 2 more people, they will not push. And I know for a fact that Ray did not enjoy having to go around depending on the heli and shit like that because even when he was in Hades, he didn't want to do that, right? So here's the thing: we gotta adapt to that and be ready for whatever comes next. Because if they're doing that, everybody else in the city is doing that. I don't know what else we can say. Exactly,
let's
did
go.
this all start? How exactly
I'll
did
tell
this
you
all
exactly what
start?
happened. I'll tell you exactly what
Okay,
happened.
please, yes.
So, right, and correct me, Reggie, if I'm wrong, because I missed a few things. It started off with us trying to take a hostage. Okay, the boys and girls were trying to take a hostage for a job, and obviously, we have the get go to go, take him hostage and shit. And so,
Wait, do we?
They pull up on McGregor. Yeah.
I didn't know we did that. Okay, we're going.
Well, here's the thing. Also, prior to that, right? Royce and Marina, you guys said got shot down and taken hostage, right?
Huh? When did that happen?
Yeah. So this happened. So this happened,
I
right?
did.
Where the fuck did
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get
so
shot
that
down?
happened. While you were awake,
They
pretty much,
pulled
right?
up the black car pulled up really fast. I pulled my gun out. They shot me down and then took Marina instead.
Oh,
Right.
good shit.
So
Okay,
that happened,
nice.
right? Yeah. What are you leaning And then I was like, all right, well, take whoever the fuck hostage. Okay.
Okay.
And I was so tired of this like poking and shit, right? So I was like, take whoever the fuck hostage.
Okay.
And they go to take McGregor hostage, okay? From near the hospital or some shit.
Okay.
And apparently he was walking and he wouldn't really like listen and shit. So he was like shot at, right?
Okay.
And then he put his hands up and went with them, right, guys, that were there. And
Okay, good.
he pretty much bled out in the car on the way to Polito. Correct, guys? And then they left him on the side of the road.
Nice.
I wasn't in the six,
Okay.
but that happened. Yes.
Who
So
was in the
after that,
six?
right?
Who was in the six for that?
Dragon, Mercury, Rich, Tic Tac.
Wait,
myself.
wait. What you talking about?
The McGregor
I was
shit.
not-
The McGregor.
No, they
McGregor.
pushed him
I
as
was
Gucci.
not.
Yes,
The
you were
one
in
we
the
were
six
going
for it,
to-
bro. For
Oh,
the police.
Yeah,
now?
six for it, yeah.
Wait, Paledo.
For
Oh,
the
yes.
penalty,
No,
I
you-
memory
remember.
calling.
you
Oh my
Gucci,
god.
like
this
today.
guy.
They were roasting you, Rich, for that one because they were like, "Oh,
Okay.
I went Rich."
Okay,
Anyways,
go on, go on.
So that happened, right? And Mercury was the one to shoot him. And so that happened. that
Okay.
happened.
Rather ill.
And so pretty
Oh,
much
the Polito thing. Okay,
we
no,
were
that was
expecting
me.
them after the incident, right? After he let out, whatever. We were expecting them to kind of like come do something about it, right? So we're chilling on the block for a bit. Eventually, the squad went out to go do their Polito, right?
Okay.
Meanwhile, I was talking to Jaden, and Reggie inside the armory, right? Hawk calls out that there's a few cars driving by. Reggie was thinking about a waterfall.
Okay,
Jaden
so they're
was
trying to get their
in his
get
head,
back. They're trying to
whatever.
get their get back.
Yeah, they're trying to get the get back. Yeah. We're kind of expecting it, like we're aware, right?
Okay,
So-
good.
Besides the six that went, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that were not like in the Polito, right? But I think everyone dispersed. And I came out the armory, right? And Plock is calling out that there's a few cars driving by. Is that y'all? And I'm like, no, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, let me go on Big White, try to get the highest view, I go on Big White. If I can find Perez, he goes, hi Louie, and I start shooting. I'm fucking tweaking out, running in a circle, pull out my gun, and screaming, roof, Perez.
Okay.
Shoot him down, and then I bleed out, right?
So you took him down.
Yeah.
But you
And
bled
then
out.
I bleed out. Yeah.
Okay.
And then pretty much fucking they robbed me and then they dipped. They took their boy and dipped and whatever the fuck they called Reggie. And Reggie took me to the hospital. That was
Okay.
that, yeah?
Okay.
Then me, Tic Tac, Reggie, Jaden, Dragon were having a talk, right? We're talking about like this whole situation. We're talking about shit, right?
Okay.
They tweet out a picture with Mercury taken hostage, right? So
Is this
then
new or
we
is it an
roll
old
out.
picture?
Yeah, in the same no, it's new. In the same day, like in the same like 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
They tweet out a picture with Mercury taking hostage, right?
Okay.
We're like, all right, well, here we go again. So we're gonna go rescue Mercury. So we take 5 people originally to the fucking
Flica.
Legion Square. They were there, right?
Okay.
And the cops were there.
I think you can
So then
take a
Reggie
6
made
to
the
that,
call.
if I'm not mistaken.
You can, yeah, but
Because
they said 5, so I just brought
Mercury's
5.
pretty much useless at that point. You just fist, you
Yeah.
know? Okay, go on.
Exactly. And then Reggie was like, okay, let's go push that block. Right? And that whole situation happened. And it was done there, Reggie, right? Or did we fight afterwards again?
No. But then
No,
the
they
whole push
as
that
we
we
were
had-
doing that, they
Oh,
pushed. the block.
Meanwhile, yes.
pushed.
So meanwhile, right? Yeah, meanwhile, okay, we were on the process of like pushing them, right? Like fucking pushing them, right? They had people push the block, right? And so things were fucking ultra messy and super
I
fun.
would like
Okay.
to also point
Okay.
out that during that fight, we pulled up on McGregor, I said he's not involved, so he just got to leave. And then later on, I see him getting dragged into the hospital down, so I could only assume that he come here, which I'm gonna leave that.
Oh my
Yeah.
fucking god,
And
man.
so pretty much it was pretty much the poking and stuff going like one step above and shit like that. And then
It's all been fucking McGregor, man. That's what it is. If
I
they
mean,
didn't have
so-
fucking McGregor in their gang.
I mean, listen,
would have no problems.
they're not gonna stop though. That's what I mean. Like, I don't think he can make McGregor stop.
No, you can't.
Like legitimately.
Okay,
You
I
well,
can't
don't-
make him stop.
here's one of the two solutions, right? If we're not gonna go, in my opinion, with the all like you know, agree not to take each other hostage, right? And we're like expecting to take
Listen,
us hostage, right?
you
Then I don't want people getting caught lacking.
exactly. So here's the thing,
Like-
boys. Okay, why did we make it into a war? When did that happen?
That's after the Reggie and Ray phone call, we spun out.
Okay, listen.
Well, we went out, right? Looking
Okay.
for one
We-
guy.
Yeah, we went out
pulled
to
up on
grab a guy, and then
We didn't even talk to the guy yet, right? He's driving, right? He wouldn't-
Uh-huh.
Then we were like, you know, honking at him. He wouldn't pull over, right?
we just get open fire.
From Senior Buns to Colorful Garage and right past Colorful Garage movie studio, there was an ambush set up. There were shots fired, and then we kind of reset.
What the? I'm so I'm so confused. So you guys went out again to get somebody. You did, but then you got ambushed as you were
No,
taking
we
that
didn't
person.
even get him. We didn't even get him. We didn't even get
didn't
him.
even
The
get
guy
him.
was driving,
Oh,
right?
so somebody.
We didn't even speak a word to him.
Oh, I see. You were following somebody, and then you got
We were
ambushed.
following him, and then there was an ambush. Yeah, nothing happened in the
So
ambush.
this was
Shots were fired,
after
and we-
everything got settled, after your shootout with fucking Perez here. They were pushing here, you were pushing
Yes,
there.
yes.
There's
This
another
is the
thing
day
that
after.
happened. Okay, and then
Yes, this was the day after.
So
And
no, that
then-
was so before that was the call that I told you about with the Ray. So
And
I knew that they were
s-
going to do
They
something.
quote unquote seen us convoy, which is why Ray called. Right?
So
Which
you- wait,
wasn't true.
pause.
All we did was
What-
pick something up.
Yeah.
what is the phone call you had with Ray? Can you just refresh my memory a little bit?
Where he asked if we're at war, and I said, I don't know, Ray, are we? And then he said, I don't take main members hostage. And then I questioned about Marina then, and then what happened with the shooting and stuff. And he said, oh, I don't take these people hostage. And that's when I said, oh, you don't take the dangerous ones hostage. Okay. And then he got all pissy at that. And then I knew that I rubbed him the wrong way with it, so he was going to do some shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
And then
Okay,
we
and
went
It
then-
was
out looking for that
inevitable
guy
that they
we
were going to want to do
chased.
something.
Yeah, and that's what led to us like looking out for that guy, right?
Okay.
And then that guy drove, and then there's the ambush, and then reset, and then at that time like they knew after that guy, and then they just we caught him in the streets again. They rolled out, we rolled out.
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
Well, bottom line of this whole thing is the hostage shit. Now,
Okay.
if I would
Keep
say,
talking, keep
which is
talking.
fair, right? Move things back to how they were, right? And expect them to take you hostage, and you can take them hostage, and expect like retaliation and shit. I'm fine with that. I just don't want people getting caught lacking.
I
Like,
mean, that's
genuinely like
that's
just go
y'all's
together and
problem.
Hang out together, but
That's all y'all's problem, bro. Y'all so fucking lax, man. Like legit. Some people can do it, some people can't, and it's your job to make sure you reach that level, man. Like y'all just keep getting caught lacking, bro. What am I hearing that you McGregor was almost taken hostage? You guys shot him, but you couldn't even down him. The
they
fuck,
didn't shoot him to
the
down him.
fuck,
They just shot him to
brother,
make
put
scared.
him the fuck down if he ain't
Yeah.
trying to be a hostage. Like y'all is soft, bro. It's bad, man. It's bad, man. And then listen. Who did I assign to be the leader while I'm gone?
Me.
It's your final call to go to war, right? And that's fine. Y'all rolled out, right? Did you listen to Reggie or was it your call?
No, I told him.
Okay, then that's fine.
Agreed.
Then that's no problem. Now I'm here and I don't like it because the problem here is, what do I not like, right? Is how we ain't fucking adapting to nothing, boys. Nothing. We have to change. The only thing I heard today when we rolled out, okay? Yes, I get it. I'm not the same guy I used to be. I'm not actively rolling out. I can't convoy lead no more. The problem here is, and I'm just gonna be honest, this is not meant against Reggie or Jaden, but this is just what I've seen, okay? You have a convoy leader who's very frustrated with a lot of the comms and a lot of the things that we're doing in the six. I hear Jaden getting a little bit antsy, talking about, oh, when are we gonna start listening? And he's genuine about it. You know, when he starts saying "fuck all of you," shit like that, that's when he's joking. But like when he's just sounding frustrated on the fucking in the 6, I'm like, what's the problem here? Who's the fucking target? You know what I mean? And then we end the night. Obviously, some people feeling some type of way about Tic Tac. He's gotten us caught in a fucking convoy twice now, right? But that's what I'm saying. And here is where I'm stuck. If there was somebody that could convoy lead, I tell Reggie to fuck off when I'm annoyed with him. I'm not joking. I've done it before. I'll do it again. If I don't like his attitude during the fight, he's not meant to be there, boys. You know what I mean? But we can't because he's in. He's the only one that's competent enough to actually lead us during a convoy. Everybody else, like Louis, Tic Tac, maybe even Yusuf, you guys say that you want a convoy lead, but you don't actually do it. It's not consistent. You'll trail off when you get tired. All right? Reggie is the same from start to finish. That's the only reason I trust him to be in right now. Not for his shooting, not nothing, okay? So here's the thing, right?
Red compliment.
Here's the thing, okay? We need to adapt, all right? And the reason that I took the out there, okay, when it was offered to me, is simple. This Hades cannot fight that Exodus.
No.
We will lose every time. We will lose every time. And if we don't lose, I'll have to do my rat shit every single time. Because the only thing that's different here, boys, I didn't go down once. I think I got shot by one bullet out of this whole like 6 hours I've been around. And that's not good. That's not good. They know what happened in the last war, boys. And like, now explain this to me. Why don't we have a heli out from the beginning? Who can explain that?
Because I didn't make the call to get it out, even though that I should have.
There you go. There you go. Why didn't you want to do it?
I just didn't make the call to do it. It was probably more that I didn't want us to get caught at the fucking airport.
Okay, there you go. I mean, listen, you have to remember something,
No.
okay? These guys are prepped, okay? You see the way they twat. They have been with us. Perez will wake up deep in the night to make sure everything is prepped for Ray when he wakes up. That's literally what happened today, for sure. You get what I'm saying? It's clear that what we have to do. Y'all just gotta start getting a little bit tougher, man. You know what I mean? Individually, we gotta be a little bit tougher. Like that's all I can say. And if y'all want to take people hostage, be on the energy, but it can't be half and half. Like I'm telling you right now, we need to have a bigger meeting where everybody agrees how we move forward. Otherwise, if I wake up and then like y'all on some energy, y'all kidnap McGregor, and then Jaden sitting in the corner being like, "Oh man, yeah, I guess. Oh yeah." Then only Reggie will be dragging him by his fucking feet to be a part of everything. You know what I'm saying? And Reggie, you and Jaden, if you don't feel like rolling out, don't roll out. Like legit. Like do not force yourself. Because I rather Royce and Mercury go, but they're all like having a good time. You know what I mean?
No, I know. We were having a decent time. It's just you don't know how it's been for the last 3 days of me repeating myself, and I've yelled at people to fucking listen, and they still just don't. It's just today I'm just too much on fucking tilt from people not fucking listening to my simple comm.
That's understandable. I appreciate that. I'm just telling everybody here right now, like if I rather us stay in the fucking abyss and hold down Vespucci rather than we roll out on a bad mood, because that's just not gonna.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna win nothing. We ain't gonna win nothing. And if you guys see that, even if you're like a prospect or something, talk to the member that you're most comfortable with. Maybe they can say something to everybody else. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys see it, like you gotta call it, bro. Like, I'd rather have Rich and Yusuf in place of Reggie and Jaden, but in a good mood. Then when they're untilted, they come back in. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to do that. And y'all need to, I don't know which one of y'all can fucking do it, bro, because I don't have the time for it. I don't have the motivation for it. We need another convoy lead for when Reggie's tilted. Or if Reggie doesn't want to roll out at all. Because, you believe it or not, this guy, right, okay, might seem like he enjoys it, but he wouldn't mind just sitting down here as well. I'm not even capping. Okay? Like, we need, y'all need to fucking, somebody needs to fucking step up, and I don't know who the fuck is gonna be.
I will say though, please, for the love of everyone's sanity, if you're involved in stuff and you might be distracted or some shit like that, let people know and just go off to the side or some shit. And don't involve yourself into stuff where you'll just end up pissing people off because you're not paying attention to anything that's fucking happening. Because that's just gonna make
Bro.
everything go to shit.
We even have to remember this, okay? This is only Exodus, bro. Like, if it's besties or Hydra on the same mood, they are a different type of aggressive. They want to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if we don't have the same energy, it's just like, that's why there's no point to me. Like, even Ray didn't have the energy. Motherfucker's like, yeah, I'm done with that convoy shit, bro.
The pressure.
You know what I mean? It's not the pressure. It's how fucking. There's some people that want to do it. You think when he was holding off and on the pier, nobody else wanted to push from his side? There were people annoyed with what he was doing too. You know what I mean? But like, it's just what happens. So here it is, huh? Adapt early on. If we're not using a heli, don't even bother fighting. Okay, it's not tripas. All right, tripas will just be in the cars. And if we don't understand that we need a heli to like soft initiate and shit like that, it's cooked. We will not a single time we got to jump on them, bro. We literally kept, bro.
Even yesterday,
Tires just
every
out.
fight. Listen, every fight they hop out. Even yesterday. Oh, great. Every fight they've hopped out and started shooting on us, and we always like get away from it or like find a decent spot to get out. But like, that is a good point that you made because that is the case in every fight. There's not a single time where we're like, oh, let's hop out and then we the one.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you something right now.
aggression.
You know when we crossed the PD bridge, the other PD bridge, and then we went to the right. Do you want to know why that didn't work? It's because me and Reggie's car is too fast, bro. So we don't really see like the perfect moment to hop out.
We could have rapped on them so
I'll be honest with you. I feel like at the tuner bridge, right near the tuner shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Near the tuner shit, I was gonna hop out myself because I had a perfect spot to like honestly help out, but I just like y'all kept going. I don't know if y'all were staying or if y'all were going near the
No,
tuner
we
shit. and then y'all ended up turning.
literally just stopped at the corner there, so we could be behind some cover, not standing in the middle of the fucking bridge.
No. Y'all stopped like next to tuner where I was like.
No. We were on the next
we
ramp, the
didn't.
ramp in front of
I've seen
it.
bro. I've seen it.
No, the ramp on top of it.
Reggie.
I'm
we're
telling
on
you
the
right
bridge,
now.
right? And then we make a right, correct? We made a right. I was
We
the last
made a
car in
right
the
and stopped
convoy.
right there on that corner.
It
No,
was
you
We
we
were still on that. Yes, we did.
No, I was
So
right
why didn't
there.
you get out? Why? Okay.
We
Why
were
didn't you get
there.
out?
We got out.
We didn't
Why
get
did
out
you get
because we couldn't see them from that side. We literally
Alright, there you go.
the hole.
We got
You
out.
know
and then we
the hole
rotated
that can
from
go to
there.
the airport on the fucking freeway. That was where we were, on the next off ramp to go back on the highway. Mentos even fucking drove
we
wrongly.
were all there.
Yeah. And then
all
we
got
heard a
out.
call to go to
It was
Mirror
just
Park.
We went
there.
behind cover first. Yeah, so then we wrapped to Mirror Park to wrap on them, but by then they're already gone. They're on the highway. But we definitely got out.
Yeah, we need to up the cars too, man. The lack of speed, like when we're rolling
Okay.
through, is a fucking pain.
Everybody, do y'all have any questions?
Yeah, does anybody want to ask what's happening now? Okay, so
How
Yeah,
are
go
y'all
on.
feeling with the war like at the moment? I mean,
well, no,
for ending it, Like,
I
are we
would say-
actually gonna think about ending it or just?
it's already ended. We're not fighting anymore.
over.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Listen,
Oh.
it's
We're not
over,
fighting anymore.
but
Like
listen,
this is not a group I want to be fighting with, man. Like I mean us. I don't
Don't
want to
sit
roll
there.
out with us right now. This is not
How many
us.
shootouts? Listen, plus how many shootouts between the both groups, especially like Exodus and us, right? Where it's fucking 2-3 hours every fucking time. Because
That shit's time.
it's just a hold off, and it's not like when you're fucking fighting out there in the other group where like I mean you're going like bro, send us down's gonna fucking sit either in the roof.
I'm
or
telling
it's
you,
gonna drive
I'm
away or
telling
some
you right
bullshit.
now. When y'all is ready, I will know when to fight. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. When I
And that's
feel
something I need
the
to discuss with you and Reggie. real
yeah,
quick,
when
'cause
I
have
feel the
feelings on
energy about rolling out is there, we can take anybody on. But if we don't have
Yeah.
that mentality, we is fucked, bro. We is fucked. And
that.
especially
Anyways, and about
pause. There's one thing though, okay, that you can do. If Reggie ain't around and Louis can get the heli, you don't need a convoy lead anymore because you're just listening to comms on the fucking radio. That's one thing that you gotta remember. You know what I mean?
Completely reactionary and trying to catch them off
Yeah,
guard.
exactly. So that's
So
one
you
way to
see
fix
them
that.
going one way. You guys want to get ahead of that, not drive into them, right? You want
Mhm.
to get ahead of them.
All right.
pretty much I was gonna say about getting taken hostage. Like, you don't have to like stress your ass off about it, but just be smart. Like be wary. of where you're going, right? If you're like at fucking Mosley's by yourself, for an instance, right? You're by yourself. Just let people know that you're at Mosley's. Like, you know, people have an idea of what's going on. If you're, most of the time everybody's together. You know what I mean? But just a few times that you're split off to go solo dolo, like you have to let people know. You know what I mean?
Just bring like 4 people with you at all costs. Just be in the 4-door.
But here's
Go
the
to
thing with
Mosey's,
that,
be
right?
in
That's
the
not
4-door with
bad,
4 people.
right?
That's it.
But I just don't want people doing it out of stress. Like, you can have 4 people hang out together and, you know, be together and ready and chill.
Yeah. No,
But just
the
don't
way
be
this
stressing.
here's the thing, right? If you don't mind being a hostage, hey, good on you. If you get bothered by it, all right, then use your brain and be with somebody else, okay? Because I told you already, man, to develop the reputation for somebody like McGregor to not take you is you have to put him through suffering. So what I'm gonna mention next is, if y'all want that shit to stop, all you gotta do is take his goddamn girlfriend hostage every single time. You feel me? That's all you gotta do, man. Like that's how you play this game. You gotta get to him somehow. Because the guy will play it like he's bulletproof. You know what I mean? You gotta get to him somehow, and that's probably the only way. Because that's the first time I seen him emotional on Twitter when Mercury said, "I pity your wife" or some shit like that. You get me? Is everybody... Listen, I'm not going to ask y'all if you're okay with the decision. I've made it and I don't give a fuck. So we need to talk about something else now.